Alright guys, this is our first podcast. Welcome to the 2-minute warning. Le'Veon Bell to the Chiefs, what do you think?
Man, this is a bad move for the Chiefs. They're already paying my homeboy $500 million for 10 years. They got a rookie running back in Clyde Edwards-Helaire he's a superstar already. He's only five years into his career. He's a superstar.
He's a rookie.
What do they need Le'Veon Bell for?
I just feel like the risk to reward potential is really there. If they have the cap space for the rest of this year, what were they going to spend it on?
Well, they spend it on a guy that's going to get hurt and do nothing for them.
Okay, but that risk is very low. I mean, Le'Veon Bell used to be a top 5, arguably top 3 back in the league with the Steelers, went to the Jets, probably dropped to top 10, but that was only due to that offensive line.
I didn't even know he was in the league for the last 3 years.
Okay,
he dropped out of the top 10.
Okay.
When he
was it he that dropped out of this team, or his team didn't allow him to be with
when he was with the Jets, he fell off the radar completely. Completely.
That's not his fault. Name one offensive lineman on the Jets.
Can't do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Name one offensive lineman on any team in the league.
Maurice and Mike Pouncey.
Who do they play for?
I don't know. Steelers.
Anyway. It's a bad sign for the Chiefs.
No. Listen. What do they have to lose? They weren't going to spend the cap space on anything else. It was just for the rest of the years. They didn't sign a long-term deal. That's like the Bucs signing Leonard Fournette. What's wrong with this one? Get rid of that one. The injury possibility?
Yes, and,
he hasn't been hurt in a few years. He had the worst... Okay, he was hurt this year, but...
he was hurt this season.
It was a high ankle sprain, and he was behind a terrible offensive lineman. Now he's with, probably a top 5 coach in the league.
Is the coach going to block for him?
No, but
your offensive line argument is invalid.
Adam Gates didn't even want him within the role.
Adam Gates is irrelevant to football. He's horrible.
Okay, listen.
He is absolutely garbage. He ruins everyone's career that plays for him.
Ski. Adam Gates didn't even want to include Le'Veon Bell. Andy Reid will find a perfect spot for him. And
on the bench.
His workload
That's
is
the
going to be
perfect spot for
with
Le'Veon Bell's on the bench.
Clyde Edwards. So it's not like he's going to go in there and just take on 30 snaps a game and risk injury.
That's the problem. They're taking the ball out of the hands of their rookie star to give it to Le'Veon Bell, who hasn't had a quality carry in 3 seasons.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But that was not due to him. He still has talent. It's not gone.
Let me hit you with this number. Not one time. He played with the Jets for a little under 2 years. One season
Last
plus
year,
this
and
year.
then part of this
So
year.
only 3 or 4 games this season. Zero carries over 19 yards.
Okay.
I don't care how bad your O-line is, you're going to break away if you're a good back.
That's not necessarily true. If there's not a
It's
gap,
true.
there's not a gap.
You're gonna find your own gap when you're Le'Veon Bell if you're good,
He had
but he's
that plus limited snaps.
because he's injured. You
No,
keep proving my
because
point that the
Adam
Chiefs shouldn't.
Gase. It was the system, not him.
The system.
Should he have never left the Steelers? Yes. But is he a bad player? No.
He's got a lot of stuff to prove. You're gonna tell me he ain't a bad player. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. Le'Veon Bell is not a bad player. He was a bad sign for the Kansas City Chiefs.
What would you have done with the money?
I'm not a GM. Don't tell me what I would have done with the money. Don't tell me.
Where do you think he should have gone then? What's the perfect spot for Le'Veon Bell?
The perfect spot for Le'Veon Bell. Miami.
That's a similar situation. No online.
Okay. The O-line. Forget about the O-line.
That is the number one factor. You can't oversimplify it and just get rid of it.
I'm not talking about the O-line. I'm not talking about the O-line.
Okay, alright, fine.
Bad sign for the Chiefs.
Okay, then what is the perfect spot?
At home. On Sunday afternoon watching football.
No, for him.
He's done with football.
No. You just said he's not a bad player.
His career is over.
No, you just said he's not a bad player, and then said it was bad for the Chiefs, and now he's just terrible.
He's not a bad player, but he's done. There's no good spot for him right now. He should have lived his contract out with the Jets and done something with it.
There's not one team he should be on.
Nothing else.
For the rest of this year, the Chiefs are 4-1. There's only 11 games left, plus the postseason. They don't have much to lose. He's probably not even going to play this week against the Bills.
A lot of this depends on how much they're paying him, which we don't know. It hasn't been released yet. They signed him 1 year for $3 million.
That's probably what it is.
Fantastic sign. If they sign him 1 year for $12 million, which is unrealistic but possible.
That's impossible.
That's bad.
He signed with the Jets 4 years, $52 million. Something
averaging
like that.
just over 12 a year, 12 and a half.
53 and a half or something. 50, low 50s.
He was 51-ish, 52. He was getting paid just over 12. He made almost $30 million.
And he's already getting $6 from them releasing them. They owe him $6 million. He's not looking for money. He's looking for a ring.
Well, the Chiefs.
And with the Chiefs, he'll get it.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. This is a fantastic deal for Le'Veon Bell. He's gonna win with this.
Okay.
He's gonna win with this.
So you think there's no positive outcome for the Chiefs? None. They can't win it all on this deal.
I think they win it. Whatever they do, whether they lose the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, which is probably one of those two things, are gonna make it. They could have done without Le'Veon Bell. Is my ultimate point.
Okay. Yes. Maybe. They could. Can they make? They will make the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, that's not going to be a competition, but Correct. He could be a factor if they win it or not.
I can't agree with you there.
It's just
they throw the ball so much with the addition of their superstar running back. It's not like he's getting too many carries. They didn't need to split carries.
In his prime with the Steelers, he was one of the best receiving, best rushing and receiving. He was best probably combo back. Okay. That's the thing. That's the right word.
That makes sense. Sure.
So there's no reason he can't be that with the Chiefs at a lesser role.
Fair point, but they just don't need him. They don't need him. They don't need him. They don't need Le'Veon Bell. A lot depends on how much they pay him.
Okay. He probably won't play this weekend, and if he does, he'll be very limited snaps. It's already Wednesday. They just signed him today. They play the Bills Monday.
Yeah, he looks clean in the
Bills is going to be a tough matchup, so they don't want to just throw that in there and change their game plan. So...
knowing Andy Reid, he'll throw some trick play with Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get Le'Veon Bell to score this weekend and maybe prove me wrong. But
all right. Well, maybe we'll revisit the topic when we find out how much they pay him.
A lot depends on that, but 2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning.